Hey everybody, what is up? It's Nico Iona and I'm back. It's been a minute. I've been in transition, but I am back with your pick a card, pick a spirit animal collective energy reading today. And I do have a very short, quick announcement to make before I jump right into selecting your image and going right into that reading. I have launched a website. You can now order personal readings from me very easily instead of having to hunt me down on Facebook or email me or what have you. And thank you so much to the people who have done that because it inspired me to actually get going and make a website. And thank you to the people who have already ordered. I really enjoy doing personal readings. I stick to the medicine wheel spread, which I can explain to you if you want to go onto my website and fill out the contact form. I can exchange some emails with you, and I'm going to list that in the description box below. If you would like to connect with me, contact me. I'd love it if you reach out. So without further ado on that, I'm going to go and explain this reading for today. So just like I do in all my classic readings, this is the pick a card style. Today I'm going to use three of some paintings that I did in the past. So here's the spirit animal theme here, and I've got three for you to choose from. You can do a raven, Frida Kahlo, or the wolf. So, and I wrote a little poem on each one. These, I think all of these paintings were done in 2017, if my memory is serving me correctly. So, and I'm gonna go in the order that they were done here. So we're gonna, so if you can look at those, I popped them up on the screen for you. Just take a close look at them, whichever one you are intuitively drawn to. If this is your first time doing these pick-a-card ones, don't think about it too hard. Maybe pick the poem you're most drawn to if you're having a trouble deciding, or maybe more than one is for you. Sometimes even all three, all of them could apply to you. So just take them how they resonate, and there could be bits of each message in there for you. Otherwise, if one is really calling strongly to you, just pick that one. And like always, I'm going to put the clickable timestamps in the description box, and I will also add those clickable timestamps so you can jump to each segment of the reading and jump around as you choose. I'll put it in both the comments and the description box. And don't forget, my website is in that description box too, and it should take you right to the purchase a reading page if that's what you want to do. And please check out the website. There's stuff about me on there. I'm super excited it's launched. It's awesome. It was a big milestone for me there. So I'm going to get our reading going here and start out with our friend the Raven. And the poem I wrote on that one was what? Iridescent blue and black as night, recklessly diving in elegant flight, they soar through the dream time, playing mystical games, leaving our souls forever changed. I was going through something at that time. Woo, 2017, that was a doozy for me, buds. So anyway, if you chose the Raven, or if that's a big one on your totem, here we go. And I'm gonna start off with this Hermetic Classic deck for you here, guys. Let's see what our first card is of the day. I'm a little rusty on these videos. I didn't mean for a whole month to go by. Thanks to everybody. There's our first one. Thanks to everybody who checked and saw if I was still alive. All right. Let's see. Woo! Okay, here we go. Nice. All right. Ooh. Okay, Ravens, what do we got up here on the board? Okay. Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands in reverse to get us started out here. So, chaos that is turning out in your favor, it looks like. Beware of getting arrogant about any kind of wins, like that hashtag winning thing. You know how sometimes things can go bad for a while and it can be like, man, am I ever gonna win? Am I ever gonna win? And then all of a sudden when it rains, it pours. I'm seeing that, Ravens, as kind of a, it's like just because, you know, you won in the tangible 3D world, it's just a reminder to remain humble, keep your humility. Like, you were right about something, you won some sort of battle. I'm really getting a message strongly here of like, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy here, sort of a thing, even though it looks like you're going to be recognized as being right for something. And let's see what maybe that something might be. Let me pull another card out of this deck. Let's cut it. What is that something? Something about money, something about worry. Somebody who's worried about something, you told them not to worry. It kind of came through for them or for you, and you were right. But I'm just seeing here just to keep it in mind, not to be rubbing anything in anybody's face, just because you're right. The ego loves to do that stuff, and sometimes we can do it without even knowing it. It's just like the next thing that comes out of your mouth. So it's sort of that reminder to keep yourself in check and just stay humble, you know? Or when somebody's telling you something about themselves or something they're really worried about, try not to respond with something about you. That's what I'm seeing here, because it's like it's sort of like you're on top of that Ferris wheel and you're just like, woo, things have finally changed in favor for me, and why are you worried about that? That's it'll be fine. So it's kind of that message of don't forget where you came from, right? With this upside down Six of Wands that has like arrogance written all over it, even if you don't mean it, even if that's not in your heart. It's just kind of a heeding the warning of how you're coming off. And the Five of Pentacles could be like you giving advice to somebody who's recently had or experienced some sort of rejection of some kind, which is, as we know, probably the most distasteful thing freaking ever, is just like experiencing some sort of rejection. So let's see, let's draw a couple more here. Go to the chakra deck, see what else Spirit has to say to you today if you chose the Raven. So, but that's great. It looks like things are sort of turning in your favor, that wheel, and it was overdue. Yeah, okay. So your buddy, or whoever this is because things have kind of turned in your favor, and you're like, look at everything came out for me. Somebody's in your energy field right now that they've been let down in like some kind of expectation in love, or they're definitely feeling rejected. And that was Five of Pentacles with the worry. I thought that was financial at first, but this is something about somebody that's near and dear to you is feeling rejected and put out in the cold love wise. And I'm really seeing this as this is not, if this is probably not you, but if it is, and you're feeling let down in some kind of romantic situation, it's for good reason. You're dodging a bullet because of that Wheel of Fortune upright. So, so from that different perspective, take confidence that it's for a reason. It's like, it's just Spirit telling you dodged a bullet. But I'm seeing this for most of you as somebody kind of coming to you with a heavy heart and hurting. So make sure you are present and you don't just shut them down with good intentions. It's like, it's to be sensitive right now. Be sensitive. So what else? And we've got this completion card from the sacral chakra. So yeah, so that's about just a feeling of stability from a grounded place. It's like something is done and over with. So if somebody's coming to you for advice, or if you were hoping for some kind of romantic connection to take place, it's over. It's done. Don't try to overthink it and try to say, oh, maybe it's coming back, or lie to somebody and say, oh, well, maybe you'll get a second chance. No, if you see this as like, that's over with, be a real friend and tell them what's up. So let's see what else. Ravens. Yeah. That's just a confirmation of that dissipating. It's just like what's done is done right now. There's no sleight of hand. There's no trick here. What's done is done. Ooh, that got left behind. So what does that have to say? Impasse. Nice. Look at this. 2 from the sacral chakra and 1 from the solar plexus. We got this very bottom 3 chakra messages. So what's that about? That's about gut feelings. When something's done, it's done. It's dissipating. You're going to get over it. Whether that's you or somebody else. And just remember, this was an impasse. It was a lesson. It was a toughening. It was just like, why am I thinking of this right now? This is so twisted and sick. But when I was getting ready to breastfeed after I had my daughter, they told me this way after the fact. They're like, take a towel and get your nipples ready for it. And I was like, oh my God, why didn't you tell me this sooner? They're like splitting apart. But it's just like this tempering, right? So that's what I'm seeing this impasse as, is like that towel on the nipple. It's just like, it was a lesson. The universe sometimes put somebody that's way not on your wavelength and doesn't even deserve attention from you, or your buddy here, because I'm seeing this as these two strong messages are coming through. It's either you or somebody who's near and dear to you that needs your help, needs your advice. So it was an impasse. Look, there's your spirit guide saying, whoa, stop. That was just a lesson. That wasn't a permanent arrangement. Just kidding. Keep going. There's it's like the little kid with the teddy bear that like they're taking it away, and there's like the big teddy bear behind the parent's back, and they're just like, if you just give me that old raggedy filthy thing, there's something much better coming for you, but you can't see it yet. And that's what our spirit guides do to us a lot of the time. So it's just like, whatever ended, whatever's done is done. Don't try to revisit it. It's just like, and again, we're in a Mercury retrograde right now. These readings are timeless, so whenever you're watching this could apply. But you know, especially during the times of Mercury retrograde, things come around, these lessons come around back on repeat, just to check, like, did you learn your lesson yet? Or do we need to go around this merry-go-round of torture again? So keep that in mind, Ravens. It's always pay attention to your dreams. That's part of that poem. So I hope that message sunk in a little bit and gave you some clarity on some things you might have been wondering about. So now we're going to move on to our beloved Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo. And where am I going to start? Of course I'm going to start with the Art Nouveau deck for Miss Frida. Frida's my spirit animal. That's what I named my Honda Civic too. Frida Kahlo. Who knows? I keep on thinking she's going to die, and it's like a cockroach, you know? This old Frida keeps going. I'm really tangent-y today. Stay focused. All right. So if you chose Frida Kahlo, and what was the quote on there? I'm not sick, I'm broken, but I'm happy to be alive as long as I can paint. I really did feel that way at that time. What was that? Man, it just goes to show you how much your life can turn around in a matter of a couple years. I mean, everything that was bothering me at that time, it's true, art really does help out, but none of that stuff is even bothering me anymore. So if anybody's out there and needs to hear that message, it's all temporary. It's just like the things that are bothering me today I didn't even know they existed yet back when I painted that painting. So, hey, look at that. You learn to take things much more lightly as time marches on there. Soul lessons, you know? All right, Art Nouveau deck. Woo, there we go. Request received. There it is. Oh boy. Oh, Frida Kahlo's. When will it stop? When will it ever end? Don't be a fool about any third-party situations. All right. I'm urged to say right now, to start out for you, if somebody, pay attention to the way, I know this is an age-old saying and stuff, but I'm really saying this with the Fool and the Three of Cups right here, and the Fool came out like horizontally. It's just, don't kid yourself. If somebody's saying something that doesn't add up, especially like in romantic situations, a lot of people are cheaters and liars and stuff like that, and don't take any like, oh, I was filing my taxes, or oh, I was volunteering at the animal shelter, that's why I couldn't answer your text for 2 days. You know, it's just stuff like that. And the other big thing, pay attention to how people around you talk about other people, because they're talking about you like that too. So it's just like, pay attention to how people nurture their other relationships in their life. Believe me, you're not special. If they're talking a bunch of crap about, you know, and I mean, there's exceptions to that situation if, you know, you're super close or something like that. But it's just like, if somebody's just like completely smearing other people all the time, you know, behind their back, stabbing them in the back, just remember that person just doesn't make a real friend. You're no exception. They're not going to be loyal to you. Okay, so that's your main message so far, Frida's. It's not, I'm just seeing that as a warning, like that's not, it actually hasn't happened. It's just like telling you to like, wow, pay attention to the words you see. Look at that. Pay attention to the words you hear coming out of other people's mouths, my Frida's, because, you know, it's important. Oh, here we go. A repeat card just from a different deck and in the same position. How very interesting. The Six of Wands in reverse. So arrogance. And then we've got the Seven of Wands, which is like the stand up for yourself. It's competition. Strong competitions again. So it's just sort of like, you're not arrogant if you stand up for yourself. That's a very simple, cut and dry message there. It's like, you don't have to feel like you're being an egomaniac if you're just like, no, this is what I know, this is how I expect to be treated. And if you do not treat me as such, then, my energy is not accessible to you anymore. And make sure you stand firmly in that. It's no freaking joke, okay? It's just like, man, you don't need anybody that doesn't recognize your worth or value when you're showing up and being authentic. It's like, and we're in this Mercury retrograde time right now again, and it's like people are going to come back around and test you and see if you're going to fall for the same old thing, whether they're conscious of it or not. It's not like people are going to come back in your life and be like, oh, Mercury retrograde time, I guess I'm just going to try to pull the wool over your eyes again. It's just like, oh, here we go. Nice, the lottery card, the turkey. Okay, with this knowledge, you've got your good karma coming to you. That energy is a boomerang. That energy we put out there, it's that boomerang. Sometimes that boomerang might go to Timbuktu and take freaking centuries to come back to us. But it's looking like it's going to come back to you. But don't press on people who, just be careful who you share your energy with, because if they're not giving it back and they've let you down more than once, multiple times, and I'm seeing here this is going back here. It's like, don't be the fool. Don't be the fool on this. Remember that it's just like, however they're talking about other people, they're talking about you too. And you're putting out good energy, just like the Frida, the heart of gold, right? And it's just like, I'm authentic at all times. I mean what I say. Maybe I come off wrong sometimes, because we all do, but it's just, that boomerang is coming back to you, I promise you. I think I'm gonna, for my Frida people, I'm gonna pick out an Ascended Master. I think Frida Kahlo should be in the Ascended Master deck, personally. It's a personal opinion, but just to wrap this one up here, it's a little shorter. I feel like you've got a very straightforward message here. It's like, wow, stand up for yourself. There's no arrogance in that. There's no arrogance in that. And if you do that, you get that like winner turkey dinner. So you're gonna be fine. You just have to really, be your own advocate here. Choose wisely who you share your energy with. All right, let's just draw one. Mother, daughter, sister, wife. Very, very strong energy. So I need a clarification on that guy right there. Let's see. What do you mean, mother, daughter, sister, wife? Maybe you're a mother, daughter, sister, wife. Maybe you're a woman. Maybe you're playing the divine feminine in your role here in whatever relationships you're experiencing. It's a Hermetic deck. Five of Cups. Okay. Emotional letdowns for the feminine role. Okay. So I'm seeing this as just a confirmation to this gossipy sort of third party, sort of like backstabbery people that might be in your life. It's like, okay, and here's the story about the Five of Cups. I see what it's trying to say here. The Five of Cups is emotional letdown. It's like, oh my God, all my cups are spilled. But you see how the Three of Cups are the ones that are... So in the Rider-Waite deck, it shows the dude with the 3 cups spilled in front of him, and then there's 2 cups full behind him. So there's always a group of 3, but these 2 are still there. So again, like as an extension off of that other reading, maybe you chose a Raven and Frida or whatever, because these readings are kind of parallel to each other. It looks like, you gotta let go of the disappointments, like the teddy bear I just mentioned in the last reading. It's like the little kid that won't let go of the old raggedy teddy bear, but if he just lets it go and throws it in the trash can, there is like this huge, shiny, amazing, like, I don't know, Teddy Ruxpin. Do they even make Teddy Ruxpin anymore? Oh my God, I'm born in the 80s. But anyway, there's like a Teddy Ruxpin waiting for him. It's gonna be great. So it's just like, you gotta let go of the shabby people in your life that you think were going to come through for you. It's just like, I really see this as a message of you're going to get here's your Teddy Ruxpin, that turkey dinner, if you let go of the people who already let you down. There might be a blank spot, like that lonely road, like for a little while, and it's just like, oh man, what happened. There's nobody around me. There's nobody beside me. But they're coming. It's just like you have to. That's the sacrifice you have to make to either let whoever this is into your life. So this could be a friendship. This could be you. It looks like there's deep connections that are going to be happening for you if you're just able to understand and accept that those 3 cups are spilled, but you got those 2 cups still behind you, which is plenty. All right. So that's basically your message there. And I see this as like maybe becoming a mother or a wife, a sister or daughter, like it's just like, joining a new family, or just creating deep bonds with new people, or this person is coming to you. So it looks like you just have to let go of the baggage and make space for the energy of this new relationship to enter. So that's pretty clear there. So I hope that helped and hit home for some of you if you chose Frida Kahlo. I'm going to wrap that one up. And now finally, we're going to move on to the wolf. And the wolf, I spent so much time on this painting, I remember all the poems. It says, when howls align with the heart's unique tune, a soul illuminates beauty just like the moon. I'm such a dork. Anyway, but I had fun writing that poem. And that was again while I was, that soul sabotage time. It was just like, oh my gosh, I've never liked a single job that I've ever had. What am I going to do now? Well, here we are. You got to align with your unique howl, with your unique tune. And it's a bumpy road, but when you're fulfilling your passion, other people are going to recognize that. The right people are going to recognize that, and they're going to come through. So there's your first off-the-cuff message for the wolves. And let's see. We're going to do the shaman deck for the wolf people. All right. So let's see what we got for your messages. Oh! Again? Man, oh man! Maybe you should just pick all 3 paintings because we're getting a bunch of repeat cards again. So out of a different deck right here, we've got, first of all, the Fool. We got enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, right? Okay, cool. Huh! Jeez Louise. All right, I just pulled that in a personal reading earlier. Okay, it's been showing his face a lot lately. The Fool and Death. So first of all, do not be afraid to start again. You do not have to drill on consequences, like grill yourself over like, oh God, what could happen now? What could happen next? It's just like the Fool's energy here. It can be a detriment sometimes, but I'm seeing with the combination and the energy I'm getting so far from this wolves is you don't have to think about the consequences so much with starting a new endeavor. It's like you've already beaten on that because it's already like your resurrection has already kind of begun. And it's like, it's just telling you don't be afraid to start again. Don't be afraid to start something new. Okay. So there you got, yeah, and there we go. And there's a confirmation of that, the Knave of Drums or the Page of Pentacles, which means you're provided for. You will be provided for as long as you are being authentic. It might not be perfect. I'm not saying like you're going to get a bag of gold landing into your lap right away, but the universe always has the back of somebody who's being authentic and they're practicing their passion, okay? I'm living proof of this. I'm living proof. If you had told me back when I did this painting that, I would be able to like make money off of things I actually like to do, I would be like, yeah, I've heard that before, but screw off because it's never worked out for me. So here we go. Leave dissatisfaction behind. The Four of Stones, the Four of Cups. A feeling of dissatisfaction. It's just like this itch of just things that you don't want to do. And if they're not for we all have to do things we don't want to do. I'm not trying to sit here and like sprinkle it with sunshine and rainbows and be like, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. We all have to do stuff we don't want to do. But it's more like the long run. You know what I'm saying? The long run of reinvention here. He's doing his little rain dance. It's like, it's also recognizing the spiritual realm, the material world as a dark mirror of the spiritual world. As above, so below. Like we're sometimes blindly being dragged along and paying out karmic debts that we're not even aware of. So it's just like divine timing. Divine timing is all about that. But if you chose the wolf, it seems to me like your divine timing is coming up right now for sort of a new purpose of sorts. And that's kind of like, that's with a job, that's with a purpose, that's with like a tangible effort in the world that's coming up as new to you. And you're going to be provided for in that as long as you're brave enough to go for it. Don't teeter on the edge of the swimming pool, like dipping your toe in and just getting colder and colder by the second. You got to go. Because it's just like you got to leave that dissatisfaction behind of the Four of Cups energy. It's just, but it came out in reverse, and you already know you're ready to overturn that crap. You're ready to go. So let's see what the spirit animals have to say to you wolves about all of this. Wow, new beginning, and you're backed. You're seriously backed. You're seriously backed. There's the moose. Walk forward with confidence. You really don't have anything to worry about here. It's like, I mean, within reason, you know, as long as you're not making rash decisions or dropping everything, as long as you're, taking it one step at a time, it's all good, guys. It's really all good. So let me see. And for the wolves, let's do a fun little bonus card with this crystal. No, wait. Let's do a chakra. Chakra. What is the message here? Don't have to feel bad. That came out in inverse. So some of you might be feeling bad about switching roles or whatever resurrection you're making in your tangible, like, financial life or a new job you're taking on. You're feeling maybe guilty about leaving whatever it is that you have to leave behind. That came out in the upside down position. That's an illusion for you. You're causing that. Guilt is pretty much usually a useless emotion, especially right here and now. Walk forward with confidence like that moose. You're set. You're good to go. What else does it have to say? Recovery from the crown chakra. Right. So like I said, the universe always has an authentic heart's back. So it's just like, you're going to feel like you lost some stuff or lost some, like, it's like, oh gosh, I'm going out on this limb. I might lose a little bit of stability doing this, but that's, Spirit's got your back there. Spirit's got your back on that and is going to give you the key and the path. And like I said, it's not perfect. It's not like a easy cakewalk or anything like that ever when you switch anything and you have to do that rain dance and reinvent your situation or reinvent yourself. For some of you, this is a general reading. It could be one aspect of your life or it could be your whole entire life. A lot of us are going through big changes right now. I'm seeing this as a big change. So for a lot of you, but it's just like your key is to step one foot in front of the other with absolute as much confidence as you can muster and as little guilt as you can do, So, and let's do just one bonus from this Crystal Angels deck. Sweet. Moldavite, I'm tripping on my words. Unconventionality. You do not have to be conventional. You do not have to be a conformist. This is kind of a theme today with personal readings too. It's like, don't do what people expect you to do. It's none of their business. It's not their life. But your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. So trust me, just because people around you don't enjoy the same things you enjoy, please do not take that as any kind of deterrent to not continue to focus on those things, because it's about what you enjoy, not them, not their life. You don't have to be guilty about liking the things that you like. It's about you. It's just like, there's a big theme here. You gotta have self-esteem about that. It's just, you do not have to like what other people like. Screw them. And there's a crystal that, this Moldavite, yeah, it looks like a green crystal, which is from the heart chakra. So we got heart and sacral and crown showing up in your reading. Very cool. You don't have to be conventional. Whatever this reinvention is, I'm seeing here that it's not going to be accepted by everybody in your life, but F them, man. It's about you. So I hope you enjoyed that reading, wolf people. I will be doing some more collective energy readings as soon as I can here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I had a wonderful time, and don't forget to check out my website if you'd like a personal reading in the description box below. And please, if you enjoy the readings, as always, give it a like, hit that subscribe button. Love you all. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Have a wonderful day. Bye.